Hello guys, and welcome to another weekly update by Ready Steady Crypto. So what a interesting week it's been since last. I just want to start off and show you this here, what we've got. So we've started sharing the watch list with you inside of the premium Discord. Here you can see how the price has been moving from week in, week out. So I will put that up in today's video. So this is. It's been a bit uncanny what we've experienced in the last couple of days, and especially last week of Bitcoin. You can see here on the weekly chart that we had this massive explosive move up to the upside. This was all fundamental based news. This was because Russia was basically invading Ukraine, and everyone was moving their money to a safe haven offline account via Bitcoin. So that's what's caused the big spike. Ultimately, you can see we've seen some negative action because of that. Price has come all the way back down to the bottom, and we've now closed below this bit of support of 40k that we was looking for. And to make things even worse, we've actually dropped all the way down below 38, so not ideal at all. If we want to go onto the daily time frame, you can see here we got absolutely riddled yesterday. So that were a full 6% swing, 6.5% swing either direction, closing bearish. So not a good day whatsoever for Bitcoin. If you have a look here on the Heikin-Ashi candle, you can see that we're still in a bearish phase here. I ultimately do kind of expect maybe support to hold here, and this is a big maybe. On this white line. This is the reason now I've just gone in these altcoins. But should we fall below this white line here, we ultimately are going to come back into this level of support we've got marked here from the 24th of January and also the 24th of February. So you can see that there's a clear 4 weeks between these. If we come back down here, yeah, I'm hoping over the next couple of days, and it's definitely not going to be the 24th of March, I can assure you that. It'd be quite crazy if it was, wasn't it? But, you know, history repeats itself, so we could see negative price action, a drop, and then back up. But ultimately, what I'm expecting short term, if we can't get a kick from here, we are going to come back down here, retest the 35k mark. I'll probably exit some of my positions before then, and then I'll re-buy back in down here. But as we flick back over to the candles, you can see why I'm looking at this in a bit of a positive light shed. So although short term we're looking quite screwed, none of the indicators are kind of favourable at the minute. If you start working up the chart here, you can see obviously we've got heavily rejected from these moving averages here, but you can see if we go back to the monthly, what I'm kind of looking at now is we need a monthly close, and I know this is a monthly, so it's not happening for another 22 days, but we ideally need to close on these two candles here, underneath here, well, above here and here, which I've said is about 38,500 to be convincing. So that's where this candle needs to close. I'm not concerned if we do wick down all the way down into the 35, possibly the 34,200 region. I'd still kindly welcome that, and I would be probably placing a long position down there. So right now on the shorter time frames, Bitcoin's just been screwing everybody. As you can see, we've seen good action, bad action, short-term pumps, and then big sell-offs, fluctuations in either side of these markets. But we'll go on to VRA. So I actually topped up my VRA bag today. VRA is looking quite tasty. I do like where it's looking, and yeah, I've still got confidence in the project. So even though we've dipped below this level of support here, I am waiting to see what happens with Bitcoin, because ultimately that drove everything back down under support today. But as you can tell, the charts haven't really been following any patterns or structures that they usually do. So that's why I'm kind of taking that punt on that. Also with UMB, so UMB today had a Ask Me Anything meeting via YouTube. I'm still waiting to see what the outcome of that was, but given the fact that we've actually been pumped down and we had a minus 10% drop towards the end of the day, that for me was a good enough point to buy back in. So I bought back in. We did see a 10% rise again on this pair earlier since making that trade. Took a little bit off the table there. Also next we have Block. So Block, we've been waiting for an entry on Block for a while now. We was waiting for this convincing break above this 21 EMA. We didn't quite get it, but look, same thing. I'm expecting Bitcoin to bounce from this area. So this is the reason why I've gone in on these. And also Polyastic, same thing. All these are at an all-time low, guys. So you know, it's easy to lose faith or think about losing faith down at these levels, and some of them might not even come back. I guess that's a risky take, risk to reward. But should any of these come back anywhere where I'm wanting them to, Polyastic gives me a 3x by the time everything's just done a 1x. Blocktopia is going to be looking at a 5x, and then also the same for UMB, which I think UMB is even a bit more. Yeah, so 3 to 5x on a UMB there. So it is kind of what we're looking at. It is where my head's at. Don't just jump into these trades without doing your own research. I'm more than happy to waste my money. I don't want to waste anybody else's money. The DXY didn't hold at all. So you can see here we drew this line. Obviously Bitcoin's dropped, so but same thing, don't write it off. We did have this bit of a wick out here, and also here before coming back down and the bull run starting. So kind of am expecting something similar here before then maybe a big sell-off back down here, causing the alternate waves to start the cycles. That's about it really, guys. Gold's doing quite well actually. So gold's doing really well, nearly breaking 2k. 2k. I should have never stopped trading gold, but I did anyway. This is what I want to bring to your attention, because absolutely unreal, actually, unreal. So if anybody's been following US oil or the price of oil recently, and I shouldn't laugh because it's through I guess world events that it's ended up like this, but we actually called this earlier this time last year. So I've just done a post on the Instagram with we actually posted we were trading oil around about this area, and I had an 18 grand trade in here. It were going really well. Anyway, I got out of the trade, I think probably on this dip here, or maybe this dip there, whatever. But yeah, look, 198%, 192% gains up to here. You can see from today we've had a big sell-off. Well, we had a sell-off throughout the back end of yesterday, a big sell-off throughout the early hours of this morning. We are flaunting about, excuse me, with resistance of these highs here. We have actually broke, so we're looking now for a retest to carry on, but I don't think anybody in the world really wants oil to retest all-time highs right now. That's not good for anybody's living, or just anybody in general. So, but look, guys, I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna do more research on UMB, VRA, and Block, because obviously I've just invested my money, so I want to know more about them as well. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with the daily update. Let me know if you've taken any trades at all since then, how you're managing your trades during this dip, and what you're looking at buying. If so, thanks a lot, guys, for joining us, and I'll see you tomorrow.